Yep. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Stock Analysis Power Hour. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here, glad to have you here. And man, I am glad to have every brand new person who's putting eyes on this channel today. Got a shout out to you. I think a lot of these power hours are ideally suited for brand new people to the software. You want to see what VectorVest is all about, and we do a stock analysis power hour where we look at your stocks. No news, no anything else, just your stocks and the power of the VectorVest software in order to help you guys make decisions. So if you can hear me loud and clear, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. I just heard the alert hit. I just saw a jump in the numbers. Hopefully we get a lot of people here today. A lot of people need to know how they can have a tool, or what kind of tool is out there available to them to help them to make money in the market. And we track over 9,000 stocks in the VectorVest software, and we use the power of the VectorVest indicators that nobody else has out there. I know Carol wants me to sing. Not going to sing yet. We give you guys the power to control your own destiny, and in doing so, you can invest with more confidence. That's what this is all about. My internet is still down, so I'm struggling, says Carol. I'm sorry, Carol. We gonna help you out. Everybody gonna lift up everybody. So looks like everybody can hear me. Amir is on vacation. Are you on vacation? Oh, where you at, Amir? No, don't put that out there. Don't put that out there. I don't want nobody going to wherever you are going, hey, are you Amir? Hey, are you Amir? Hey, are you Amir? Don't do that, Amir. So don't put that out there. I hope that you are having a good time on vacation. So a lot of people, everybody who's here can pretty much hear me. I'm watching the room total pop up. That means the alert hit, and that's a good thing. So once again, welcome to the Power Hour. I always try to at least shout out the brand new people to the room. I always got to give you some shine in the beginning of the presentation. So I'm going to ask the question. Hey, John, going to ask the question. How many of you, this is your first exposure to the VectorVest channel? Type a 1 in the room. How many of you, this is your first exposure to the VectorVest channel? Type a 1 in the room. And as people do that, I want VV Nation to welcome the brand new people to the room. All right. This is a great community, folks. And this is where you're going to get great content. We try and strive very hard not to push any agenda of any stocks for any reason. This is all about you. This is all about looking at your stocks and me walking you through the power of the VectorVest indicators to help you guys make money. So all of the brand new people, again, once again, thank you very much for being here. And we appreciate it. Mark says this is not your first time. Sorry. Don't know why my phone is acting up this morning. It's all right, Amir. It's all right. Hello, Glenn from India. I love that we've got reach all around the globe as well. All right. You guys didn't come here to hear me just talk. You want to take a look at your stock. So let's get right into it. We're going to go into the program, and I'm going to start off with a list of stocks that a lot of people are familiar with, whether good, bad, or indifferent. We do a lot of live streams on this channel. We hear from you guys on stocks that you're investing in. So I just created a list. It's only got 9 stocks in it, but these are stocks that everybody out there knows about, all the way from retail to one of my favorite stocks out there, Palantir Tech, SMCI on the rise now. Is it time? We're going to talk about that in a second. Google, which is a good undervalued stock, FTAI, beautiful equity curve on the graph, ADMA, a stock that has more than doubled over the last year. I set this up as one of my multi-bagger picks. Yes, I do have videos on multi-bagger picks. This was one of them, and man, this stock did not fail at all. NVIDIA, powerhouse stock, probably still one of the hottest stocks on the planet. And we're going to go through the VectorVest analysis to give you some ideas of whether or not you should still be in these stocks, or I'm going to put that up there, Progressive, PGR. Ryan, my counterpart on the channel, is big on insurance stocks. He made this call way back a long time ago, and this stock has been killing it. So yes, now I've got a list of 10 stocks. But Danny is right. PGR is a great stock. But now let's start talking about No matter what the news is on these stocks, whether you hold them, whether you don't hold them, whether you're thinking about them, let's talk about the power of the VectorVest system and the power of the analysis that VectorVest gives to you. So I'm going to start off with the mantra that we have with VectorVest. As a company, we want our subscribers to be in, and I want you guys to write this down, especially if you're new. I want you guys to be in safe, undervalued stocks that are rising in price. Write that down, especially if you're brand new to the channel. You want to know more about what we are all about. That's what we want our subscribers to be in. Safe, write it down. Undervalued stocks that are rising. Now, altogether, we'd like this to be happening in a rising market. And you know something, if you walk away with nothing else, I think that just the understanding of that mantra will always put you in a better position to make money. Especially if you're out there just trying to find stocks and you hear this person talk about it and that person, and safe, undervalued stocks rising in price in a rising market. And we're going to look at these popular stocks and see if they fit the bill. All right. So safe, we have an indicator called relative safety, RS. That indicator is cast on a scale between 0 and 2. Above 1, it's favorable. Below 1, it's unfavorable. Relative safety looks at the stock's ability to meet or exceed earnings expectations quarter over quarter, year over year. Why is that important? Because earnings is the engine that drives a stock's price higher. Company beats earnings, beats revenue, all that kind of stuff, the stock is going to rise. The company is making money, and it makes it more attractive for people to buy. Now remember, relative safety is cast on a scale between 0 and 2. Above 1 is favorable, below 1 is unfavorable. NVIDIA, relative safety above 1, that's great. Progressive, relative safety above 1. ADMA, as much as it has risen and has made up over 100%, safety is not there, though. That makes it more of an aggressive stock. FTAI, safety above 1. Alphabet, above 1. SMCI, above 1. Palantir, above 1. All of the rest of the stocks, only one stock in the list doesn't have a relative safety above 1, and that's ADMA. But this stock has gone up, but it's more of an aggressive play. So safe, undervalued. We give intrinsic value on every stock every day. This is what we feel the stock is currently worth. It is not a profit target. It's not a profit target. We feel that NVIDIA is worth $134.81, and it's trading at $133.39. What does that mean? This means that it's fairly valued. We really want stocks that are undervalued, like Progressive, trading at $251 with a value of $387. That's an undervalued stock. So now it meets two criteria, safe and undervalued. Now, the next stock, ADMA, even though the safety wasn't there, the value shows me it's overvalued, trading at $21 with a value of $17.09. Well, that's not a bad thing. Just because a stock is overvalued doesn't make it a bad stock. It just means that people are willing to pay a premium to own the stock. But is it worth it to pay the premium? An indicator that we look at for that is RV, relative value. The stock's ability to outperform a AAA corporate bond over the next 1 to 3 years. Relative value above 1, also on that scale between 0 and 2, relative value above 1 tells me that the stock's got a high propensity to beat the market, which we compare it to a AAA corporate bond. So RV's above 1. ADMA has got an RV above 1 at 1.57. This stock should outperform a AAA corporate bond by 57% over the next 1 to 3 years. So, overvalued, FTAI, 146, trading at a value, it's trading at 146 with a value of 87, way overvalued. Is it worth it to pay the premium to own FTAI? Well, it's got a relative value above 1. So yes, people are willing to pay the premium, but the stock's got good upside potential. This is where this analysis comes to play, because you can get information or data on a stock and not know what to do with it. We're giving you the data, but we're giving you the useful information by way of our proprietary indicators. Google, nicely undervalued, with a relative value above 1. Again, a stock that's undervalued. It is safe, And I like the play. It's a safe, undervalued stock. Today, it's not going up in price, but that's okay. Next stock, now this is a stock, Amir is here. This is a stock, and Phyllis said, ADMA more than tripled for me. So, but now I know that ADMA, Phyllis, by way of the analysis, is a little bit more of an aggressive play. A little bit more of an aggressive play. Amir says, please let us know about Chinese stocks. They got smoked yesterday and today. I'm thinking that the Chinese stocks got affected by the news that the Chinese government is not doling out the stimulus money until after the election. That is the problem. That move to the downside is strictly news-driven. All right, strictly news-driven. What about ISE and NRG? Remember, Marianne, we're getting ready to look at your stocks in a second. But right now, I need to set the table of understanding what we're looking at when we look at your stocks. So we will be looking at your stocks. Okay. Undervalued, fundamentally sound with relative value above 1, relative safety above 1. What's hurting it? RT is below 1. We're going to get to RT in a second, and the stock is a sell. But is it time to get ready to buy back in the SMCI? We're looking at Palantir, way overvalued. Now, this is an interesting play, even though I like the play, and I've made a lot of money on this play. This is also news-driven, and I think that it's still under a lot of people's radars. $42 with a value of 7. Way, way, way overvalued. Fundamentally not sound. The ability to beat the market over the next 1 to 3 years is not there. It does have a safety above 1, barely. So it does tend to beat or meet its earnings expectations. And it is a buy recommendation, even being way overvalued. This is a stock that I've done a lot of research on, and I'm trading it off of the forward potential, and the stock is coming into fruition. I've got a $50 price target on it. It's getting there, getting there, getting there. I'm up in excess of 50% on the stock, but this is a little interesting, a little bit more interesting. If I were using it just by the VectorVest analysis, way overvalued, not altogether fundamentally sound, I'd probably stay away from it. But there's reasons why I trade it. And I've done a lot of videos on it. Abercrombie & Fitch, retail. It is undervalued, good upside potential, good safety. CNC, undervalued as a bio company, undervalued, fundamentally sound. Tesla, I'm playing the downside to Tesla right now. Way overvalued, and the relative value is not there. I still think that Tesla's a great company. Man, it's just not the right time to be bullish in the stock. It's up about 0.1% today. But, man, you got to look at the chart on this. Now, let's get to the last part of it. Safe, undervalued stocks. And what am I looking for? That are rising in price. And that's where RT comes into place. RT also on that scale between 0 and 2. Above 1 is favorable, below 1 is unfavorable. RT looks at the short-term price trend. RT simply tells me if the stock's in an uptrend or in a downtrend. The higher above 1, the faster in an uptrend. The more below 1, the faster in a downtrend it is. So let's look at these stocks one more time. NVIDIA, safe, undervalued stock, fairly valued stock that's rising in price. Progressive, safe, undervalued stock that's rising in price. ADMA, not a safe, not an undervalued stock, but it is rising in price. So who trades this? Probably somebody who's a little bit more aggressive. FTAI, safe, overvalued stock, but it is rising in price. Alphabet, safe, undervalued stock that's rising in price. SMCI, safe, undervalued stock, but not rising in price. Aha! I like the stock, and it's up big today. But am I feeling it as a long-term play? Not yet. Not yet. Why is the value so low for Palantir? I'm getting to that for right now. Because they make money, but in regards to the price of the stock, which is inflated because people are willing to pay a premium because they know what the stock does, Just because people are willing to pay a premium for it doesn't change the value. Value shows us what we think the stock is worth. It's looking at a lot of different things. It also takes into effect earnings, interest, and inflation, which moves markets globally. And the value is the value. No matter what anything else says, no matter what the outside forces say, we're going to give an intrinsic value, and it's there because that's what we feel the stock is currently worth. All right? Abercrombie. Safe, undervalued stock that's not rising in price. Centene, safe, undervalued undervalued stock. Again, RT is below 1. Tesla, safe, overvalued stock, but it is in an uptrend. It is going up in price. Now, before we get to looking into your stocks, brand new people in the room, was this useful for you in giving you a better understanding of what VectorVest is all about? Type a yes or a no in the room, especially for the brand new people who are just setting eyes on the software. Was this explanation of this group of stocks makes it a little bit more understanding of what VectorVest is all about? Just type a yes or a no in the room. All of my regular people, I know that this was just a nice review of what the VectorVest software is all about. But for the new people, I think that it's very important. I don't want to leave you behind when we start looking at stocks and we start looking at them fast. All right? Because once you've got this down, I can analyze a stock in a matter of seconds now based on what we just went over. All right, so now we're going to start looking at your picks. Now, my first list, I want new people. My first list, I want new people. All right, so all my new people, all my regular people, sit back. I'm going to go look at your stocks on the second go around. But for all the new people in the room, let me hear from you. All right, now that I've explained what the VectorVest system is all about and how we analyze stocks, let's talk to our new people. All right, all my regulars, stop it, Jake. All my regular people sit on the sidelines. We're going to go and look at your stocks next. But new people, let's bring some of your stocks to the table. Let's see what the power of the VectorVest software can do for you. And while I'm waiting for that, thank you, Tanya. While I'm waiting for that, I want you to know that you can go and get a stock analysis on any stock after we're done here. Go to www.vectorvest.com/YTFSA. All right, George says Reddit, interesting stock. All right, Reddit. Raj says IWL, I love it that my regular people are sitting on the sidelines and letting the new people talk. I love that. Thank you guys very much for listening. So new people, the floor is yours. The floor is yours. You came here to see what we can do for you. You got to give me some stocks. Let us take a look at them. All right, you gave me some stocks. Arun says M-I-N-I. There it is. MNSO. I got you. David says VRT. I know the new names. So let's go look at them. VRT, comma. Raj also wants Meta. Let's go take a look at Meta. David wants CLS. Let's click that in there. Anybody else? Again, new people. Right now, the floor is yours. I'm chomping at the bit. The Daily Antidote. Wow, I like that. I like that name. That's a lot of name. Good, googly muggly. Let's go to PFE. Mark, don't start that, Mark. Man, I'm about to put you in timeout. Tanya says CCL. That's the Carnival. That's Carnival Cruise Line. Anybody else? I'm giving you just a couple of more seconds here before we move on. George says Hood. I'm not a big fan of Hood, but that's just me personally. David wants Kronos. Is that Kronos? Yeah. No. It's Kiros Therapeutic. All right, comma. Dom wants VRTX is all. No, it's not in there. VRTX, comma. Aron wants Arista Network. ARST. ANET. There we go. ANET, comma. Luminen. LUMN, comma. Lewis wants Soundhound, comma. And Tim wants CRM. Thank you, guys. Again, all my regular people out there, thank you very much for really segmenting the new people. I love that. And you know something? I'm taking my hat off to all the regular people in here to give the new people some shine. I'm going to give you a hand clap Because you know something, this could have went sideways and you guys could have just been not listening. I love that you guys gave the new people an opportunity to look at some stocks. We got 17 stocks here. All right. Steve, I'll give you that. WHR. And what is David wanted Katos? All right. So now, there we go. Yeah, I know the Tampa 2-day right now, we're keeping our eye on that. We're definitely keeping our eye on that. So that's all I got to say. Amir says, you're very special, Dr. Glenn. Well, thank you. Thank you, Amir. All right. I'm going to put one more stock to give us 20. All right. I'm going to put USLM. We got 20 stocks. Now, with all of that being said, I want the new people to be able to understand that when we build a watch list in the VectorVest system, when we build a watch list, I want to tell you that the work is already starting. Unlike any other watch list that you'll find anyplace else, when you put your stocks in here, these are automatically sorted by our master indicator VST. We talked about RV, RS, and RT. RV, the stock's ability to outperform the market, relative safety, the stock's ability to meet or exceed earnings expectations, and RT tells you if the stock is going up or down in price. We take all of these and we put it into our master indicator VST, which is also cast on a scale between 0 and 2, where above 1 is favorable and below 1 is unfavorable. As we put these stocks to the list, they're automatically sorted by that master indicator. Now, the stocks that you gave me that have a VST below 1, you can quickly see that. All right, that's Lumen, Pfizer, Tyros, Miniso, and SoundHound. These are the 5 stocks out of the 20 that have a VST below 1. At least that gives you a heads up in regards if you're trading these stocks, they have a combination of value, safety, and timing below 1. Whereas the stocks at the top of the list have high VSTs, high relative values. These are fundamentally sound stocks. You gave me some really good stocks here. And I also look at earnings growth rate because earnings is the power, is the engine that drives the stock's price higher. I also look and see if these stocks have double-digit earnings growth. John says, first time here. John, this ain't your first time here. I know who you are, John. John, I know you. But John, I'm going to come back. I'm going to get another list of stocks. I am going to look at more stocks. All right. So, buy recommendations. You'll see every stock gets a buy, hold, sell recommendation. No sells in here. But a lot of stocks with double-digit earnings growth. Now let's graph them. I'm going to click on Graph All. And now we're going to start off with a generic VectorVest graph. All right. Generic VectorVest graph. What are you looking for in a graph? You're looking for a price movement from the bottom left to the top right. Well, USLM meets that criteria. Stocks moving from the top left, bottom left, top right. Number 2, for those of you who have a hard time selling a stock, we have a stop price on every stock. There it is. We have a stop price on every stock. Notice that when the stock's price drops below the stop price, the stock will get a sell. Notice that for the last year, USLM never had a sell recommendation. Stocks moving from the bottom left to the top right. I'm also looking at RT to see if the stock is in an uptrend. And I can see right now USLM is meeting at a 1-year new high. I like the play. I actually will throw volume on here. I like to see stocks go up with rising volume. That shows conviction behind the move. All right. I like the play. If you're in it, good play. New high over the last year. Next one. CLS. Now, it did go bottom left, top right, fell hard. Notice that when it dropped below the stop price, the stock got a sell recommendation. I think that the power of the VectorVest software makes it real easy for you, especially if you have a hard time learning or understanding when to get out of a stock. Sell recommendation. Now, remember, that's just one of several different ways to sell a stock. But if, bare bottom, bare minimum, stock price goes below the stop price, we get out. What is the stop price? It's a 13-week moving average adjusted for the fundamentals of the stock. So it's not just a 13-week moving average. We look at the indicators, RVRS, to see if it's fundamentally sound. If the stock is fundamentally sound, we will drop the stop price to keep you in longer. But if the fundamentals are not good, we're going to raise the stop price to keep you in the stock longer. Now, the cool thing about the stop price is, also as the stock's price runs up, the stop price runs up with it. Another good way, if you don't want to wait for it to go below the stop price, another good way is to use the highest stop price the stock has hit. Let me explain that. See that right there? I'm going to draw a horizontal line right at that price level. As the stock's price went up, it starts coming down, that's the highest stop price it hit, which is a value of $54.48. That would be a good time to get out and take your profits. Notice it came below that value here, but stop price was still running up. I like the idea that as the stock's price is moving, look at that. Find the highest stop price and use that as a point to get out. Does that make sense to everybody in the room? Just type a yes or a no. Run up. If the stock's price is running up, use the stop price. Use the highest point that the stop price is hit. Here it is again. Highest stop price that the stock is hit. That's a great way to get out before it even becomes a sell. There's a lot of different ways to get out of a stock. But, bare minimum, stop price. Bare minimum, again, using the stop price, using the highest stop price. It's sort of like a trailing stop. In regards to getting out. All right, what do I like about it now? I like the move up. It went from a sell to a hold to a buy. Look at that. Broke through that level of the last level. Look at that, the last level of the high. We went back above it. Good, googly muggly. Love that. And it's on the rise. Volume is okay. But man, if you're looking to get into it, again, looking at a basic VectorVest graph, folks, man, would I like to see it take out the high? Absolutely. But is it on the move right now? Absolutely. Did it break above that level that I drew back here, the highest stop price? Absolutely. Like the play. All right, next one. Woof, Meta. Bottom left, top right. Trend line I got on here. I drew a level of resistance, broke through it, still running, pulling back a little bit. Would I be getting nervous right now? No, not yet. If the stock's going to come down, let it come back, come to me. Let it come to me. Trade the chart, not your heart. Let me find something on here that shows a possibility of when to get out. It's not yet here. One day doesn't make a trend. One day doesn't make a trend. If I'm in it, I'm not panicking. Next one. Good, googly, muggly. Trend line I drew. Look at that. Bottom left, top right. I drew a trend line on here as the stock's price was moving. And then we got a wedge, which was consolidation. Look at the move. Wow, it broke to the upside of the wedge. It went from a sell to a hold to a buy, and looking at now, it's almost at the one-year high. I like that play. Now, there's something that catches my attention. And that's volume. As the stock's price is still moving, watch the falling volume. That could be a flag. But you know something? Until the stock shows me some more confirmation of a downward move, I'm just keeping my eyes on that. Stocks are buying and moving up. I like that. Next one. I like that stock. I kind of like Hood. It is going bottom left, top right. A little bit more volatility. A picture is worth 1,000 words. I can look and see. I don't know if I could sit through that. Holy smokes. Don't know if I could sit through that. Right now, the stock is going. Oh, that's a candlestick pattern right there. Anybody know what that candlestick pattern is? And put this on 3 months. Anybody know what that candlestick pattern is right there? Somebody type it in the room. What is that candlestick pattern? Aviad, I believe Tesla is in the list. We'll get to that. What's that candlestick pattern right there? Anybody? I know somebody knows it. Just type it in the room. Hurry up. We got time limits here. Anybody? Nobody knows? That is not a hammer. Hammer is found at the bottom of a pattern. A hanging man. Thank you, Lugu. That is a hanging man, and it is also a bearish harami. It's not an abandoned. The baby ain't abandoned. Talking about abandoned babies. Never mind. Anyway, that is a hanging man. That is a possible reversal. I'd keep my eyes on that. I would keep it over the last few days, though. Look at the rising volume. I do like that. I'd keep my eyes on it. I'm not going to panic, but it is on my radar as a possibility to take some of that off the table. I put this back on a one-year graph. Let's go through these graphs. Wow. A net, bottom left, top right. New high. I'd like to see more volume, but here's that RT indicator telling me the stock is steadily in a bigger and more upward trending pattern. Love it. Nice open candle today. No wick. But again, as the stock's price is going up, so is the stop price. Again, the stop price could be looked at as a trailing stop, but You can't find the stop price anywhere else except for in VectorVest. Again, for those of you who did not get your stocks up there, I want you to write this down. Joey, put it in the room. Joey didn't want to do that, but put it in the room. Go to www.vectorvest.com/YTFSA. It stands for YouTube Free Stock Analysis. You can get a free stock analysis just like I'm walking you through anytime you want. All right. Describe a bearish harami. A bearish harami is also known as harami is known as a pregnant lady. All right, so here's the lady's body. The bearish candle is inside the body. Inside the body. In this case, this woman's carrying the baby pretty high. All right, that's a bearish harami. Let's go see if I can find you. That's a bearish engulfing. That's a bullish harami. Here's the body, the candle. The bullish candle is inside of the bearish candle. That is a bullish harami with follow through. All right, so we got a bearish harami, aka, and a bearish harami along with a hanging man. I've got two patterns right there. Recent RC cross on Annette was great buy point, Glenn. Yep. Let's go back to Annette. That's why I have RT on here as well. Here's what is that? One black crow, Pearson pattern. All right, Pearson pattern. Let me take that off. And what follow through? Well, maybe that actually is a one white soldier. If you want to learn more about some candlestick patterns, I did a weekly series for the last 4 or 5 weeks on the channel. Go check it out. But look at that. And it bounced off that level of support that I drew as a trend line, and RT went above 1. Again, RT you won't find anyplace else, but that's a good early point, and look at that. That was a good point. That was a good point. All right, next stock, CCL, a lot more volatile. The graph tells me that. A lot more volatile. And if I'm not in the stock and I'm looking at it, if I'm not one that likes this kind of volatility, I don't play this stock. I don't play this stock. Now, with that being said, I see the trend line moving up. I see a nice big open bar here, gap up with no fadation of the gap, very little wick at the top, which means it's trading at session highs today on good volume. The volume is rising. There's conviction behind the move. But if I look back over the last year and I don't like this, then I don't play this stock. If you're okay with that, it's moving up, a little bit more aggressive, new one-year high, then maybe that could work out for you. All right, Square. Again, you trade the chart, not your heart. I can draw a trend line, freehand line coming off this low. Okay, that's fine. The stock has been between a hold and a buy. Let's go put on value. Stock is clearly undervalued. I love that. That's a beautiful thing. I can draw another line connecting the highs. That's a downtrend. It broke through the downtrend, but man, I need this stock to get out of its own way. It is trending higher. RT is above 1. I like that. It is not a buyer. It is not a sell. It is either a buy or a hold. I really would like to see the stock come back to me a little, show me a little bit more. RT is above 1, but look at that. A little bit of even though it's trending higher, a little bit of a sideways move. I could probably find a better stock. All right. Next one, CRM, a little bit more volatile in the move again. It did go bottom left, top right, fell hard, fell here, fell here. Now it's on the rise again. It did take out this level of the swing high, moving higher. A little bit of a bearish harami here with no follow through, bearish harami again. I like the move up. I do like that. Let's take off value. That it is undervalued. You know what I'd like to see? Just looking at the graph, I'd like to see it take out this most. Oh, it did. It took out this swing high here. It's moving on and it's back below. I'd like to see it take out that level of 290.06 and stay above it. All right. Good morning, San Fran. AMS. Oh man, AM. I'm not looking at that. I may be looking at that. We're gonna look at another set of stocks in a moment. We're gonna look at another set. Ooh, interesting on SoFi, an ascending channel. That's an ascending. Now, another beautiful thing about when I look at stocks on a graph, when I make drawings, the drawing stays. So this tells me that I had been looking at SoFi. I'd like to see it break out of this ascending channel to the upside. I like the move. All right, using this as a level of support. Freehandling. Using this as a level of support. I'd like to see if we can break out of that level of resistance up there. I do like the move. I gap, but never faded the gap. Watch the volume, though. The volume doesn't look really appetizing. The volume is starting to fade even as the channel is going up. Be careful with that. That's a flag. Not telling you to sell it if you own it, but that's a flag. All right, VRTX, bottom left, top right. Look at that as a trend line. I'll draw an extension. Look at that downtrend. Let me make that a little darker. Again, the graph that I'm looking at is a graph that everybody who's a subscriber to the software, when you open up a graph, that's what you look at. Look at when RT went below 1, right about here. Was that a good opportunity to get out rather than riding it down even more? RT is an indicator you'll only find in VectorVest. And because I have it, when it went below 1, that means the stock was in a downtrend. And look at that. Even though it rose again, RT never got back above 1. San Fran says, why? I thought you were talking different stock. Thought you were talking about AMC. And then I saw the S in there. That's why. I thought you were talking about AMC. I don't want to talk about that. All right, let's get through these stocks. K-Toast, a little bit of a sideways move, now moving higher. Trending a little lower from the high. I got a little bit of wedge forming here. But I do like the RT is above 1. I don't like the volume. Be careful with that if you own it. I wouldn't buy it today because it's a down day. I never buy a stock on a down day. IWO, bottom left, top right. All right, little volatile in the move. RT again. Man, you know something? If there's nothing else you learned as well, when RT goes below 1, that's probability a good opportunity to get out of the stock. Now, I can't protect you against gaps. I'm not going to tell you that I can. I cannot. That's why stops are important. But when RT goes below 1, that's probably a good opportunity. And then when it went back above 1, to say, all right, let's get back in. All right? RT is a very fast, smart indicator. It's moving up today. I'd like to see it take out that swing high, but if you're in it, leave it alone. I don't like the volume, though. Just be careful with it. It's a flag for me. WHR. That's crazy volatile into the downside. Crazy volatile. I can draw a line, probably an extended line connecting highs. It is above the downtrend. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it, but I could draw another downtrend. Look at that. Man. Two down. Yeah, I'm not feeling this stock. RT goes back and forth above and below 1. It's a little bit more of a choppy stock. You know what I'm looking at? If it can break through that downtrend, I would take a look at it. All right, let's get through these stocks. Through Reddit, we just started tracking in March of 2024. It's on the run right now. If I look at it, draw me a trend line. I can cry me a river too. Cry me a river. Cry me a river, draw me a trend line, cry me a river. Now, interesting, I like the move. The volume is really not making me feel warm and fuzzy, but RT is saying it's in an uptrend. If I take it, I'd put a smaller position behind it. Why? Because it's a little choppy in the move. But if it's giving me an opportunity to make money, I'll take it. If it's giving me an opportunity to make money in it, I'll take it. I just be careful with it. All right, next one, Lumen. Quiet for a lot of the year, and then it's probably news driven. How about when the stock's price, look at this, when the stock's price went above the stop price, it stopped being a sell? Look at that move. Whew, let me zoom in on that. Look at that move. Thank you, Y Hamamoto. Thank you very much. I need to do that live. Look at me. I'm getting down. Woo! Go ahead, Joey. Thank you for the super chat. Type a W in the room for the super chat. That means win. That's a win. Type a W in the room for the super chat. Why Hamamoto? Give me a stock, though. Give me a stock. All right? Give me a stock so that I can look at your stock right now. Yes, but not new. I know. Good for the new. Why Hamamoto? I need you to give me a stock. Joey, keep your eyes out for it. All right. So Lumen. I like when the stock went above the stop price. and RT went above 1. Put those two together, that was a good buying opportunity. Let's go to the next one. Woo-wee. Pfizer. Big name out there. But the chart don't lie. How many of you feel comfortable buying into Pfizer? Type of 1 if you feel comfortable, type of 2 if you don't. Type of 1 if you feel comfortable, type of 2. And this is why we look at the graph. This is just why we look at the graph. Let's go look at this value, RT. Where am I at? RT is at 1.04, just rising up, That could, if you're a little bit more aggressive, that may not be a bad play. Nice open candle, very little wick at the top. Broke through a downtrend. See that? Let me draw this. It broke through my downtrend. RT is above 1. The stock is not a sell. If you're a little bit more aggressive, maybe. A lot of you are not nearly as aggressive, though. Not as many of you as aggressive. But I do like, if you're a little bit more aggressive, I got some signs. RT is above 1. Volume, jump in volume, and a nice open candle today. Roger says a little too volatile for my taste, and that's fine. That's fine, because not everybody in the room invests the same. I love that. All right, same thing with Kuros. Nice run up back here, probably news driven because it's a biomedical. But man, when it fell hard. You know, you put your hands upon my hip. When it dipped, you dipped, we dipped. Now it's starting to rise again. There's an uptrend. All right, there's an uptrend pulling back right now, and on volume, and RT is falling. If you own it, I wouldn't be afraid to take half off the table if you've got money. I wouldn't be afraid to take half off the table if you've made money. Whew, man, MNSO, it is volatile. Pulling back. And RT just went below 1. I'm not sure I like this. I could probably find you a better stock. Now, you know, I can't tell you what to do, but if you own it, you've got to have a price point of knowing when enough pain is enough pain, and you have to make that decision. All right, and the last stock in the list, SoundHound. AI space is hot. Sound ain't so much. All right, look at that sideways move on it. Look, RT is below 1. I mean, overall, the stock's in a downtrend. Stock is moving, even though it looks sideways here, RT is below 1. Even though it's starting to rise, it never got back above 1. Where were your buying opportunities? When RT went above 1. Boom. Wham. All right, boom. Right there, RT above 1. Wham. Boom. RT went above 1. Wham. Short term, but wham. RT went above 1. It was like, RT went above 1. It was like, RT is not above 1 right now. All right, RT is not above 1 right now. So that was my first group of stocks. And again, that was from the new people. You guys gave me, thank you again for giving, VV Nation, thank you again for giving the new people some rise, some shine. New people, if you like what you saw here today, I'm going to ask you to consider subscribing to the channel. I want to take a little bit of time just to look at you guys. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel, hitting the bell icon. All right. With that being said, again, if by the end of this session I do not get to all of your stocks, you can always go to www.vectorvest.com/YTFSA. YT stands for YouTube. FSA stands for free stock analysis. You can get a free stock analysis from VectorVest. All right. Now, regular people, HIG, let's talk about it. CVLT, comma. All right, CTAS, comma. AI, C3AI, yep. Comma, net. We didn't, comma. Tesla, TSLA. Doesn't have that many doesn't have that many A's, Aviad. Do you cross over to look at the 3 and the 8 and the 20? You can do that, Lisa. In here, right now, I am looking at a basic overview of the power behind the VectorVest software for you guys to analyze stocks. That's what I'm doing here today. You know me, Lisa, on this channel. We do a lot of great stuff. Not to say that what I'm doing here is not great, but I wanted to, I want the new people to get a feel of the power of why they're even here. Why they're even here. They're here because they want to get a feel of what we do. I wish CABU, I know it doesn't have, I knew it. I don't know why I listened to you. John. PA Palo Alto, PANW, CMI, Cummings, TSM, Taiwan Semi, Crowd. All right, I don't know if I can fit all of these in here, and Service Now. All right, how many stocks is that? A lot. I've only got about 15 minutes left. I got about 15 minutes left. Good. Got 22 more stocks. Good. Gravy. All right. Out of this list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stocks have VSTs below 1. I think that the power of the watch list starts right when you build it to see what stocks have VSTs below 1. Those are going to be your problem kids. All right. Those are going to be your problem kids. All right, Snap is already in here. Somebody said Snap. I did put Snap in here somewhere. Oh, it's the last stock in here, Jay Walken. Woo-wee. The lowest stock by VST. That tells you something, right? All right. Let's graph these all real quick. I'm going to go through these quickly. HIG, I like it. Insurance company, insurance have been hot stocks right now. Bottom left, top right, not a lot of volatility. Nice big open candle today. The volume could be better. RT is way up there. I like that play. Let's go to the next one. NRG, good, googly muggly. I like the bottom left, top right, but man, oh man, I know that one day is not a trend, but this is 3 down days. Big down day today. I wouldn't be afraid to tell you to take some of that off the table, if not all of it. All right, electric energy was rising. I still like utilities, but that's tough to live through. And you know something? Don't give it all back. All right, let's go back to a 1-year graph. Let's go bump through these. Amazon, nice little upward trend here. Broke down through it, trying to come back up. I'd wait. If I'm not in it, I'd wait to see if it can break through that swing high off of that low. All right, nice open day today. If you want to be more aggressive, RT is above 1. You can be aggressive. Last couple of days moving up, but just keep in mind, it is still coming off of that swing high. That's all I got to say about that. RT is above 1. For those that are a little bit more aggressive, RT is a smart indicator, folks. RT is a smart indicator. Let's go to the next one. Lennar. Builders were rocking and rolling because of the rate cut and mortgage and da-da-da-da-da. Look at the graph. Oh, I just did Snoop Doggy Dogg. Da-da-da-da-da. It's the number 1 stock in the list. No, it's not. Hey-oh. Yeah. Anyway, so coming off the high, trending lower, I'd wait to see if it breaks back above that trend line. I can clearly see that. Look at that freehand line. That's a downtrending stock coming off the high. If I'm thinking about getting in this stock, I'd look to see if it breaks above that. I do like that it's above the stop. The stock has never been a sell recommendation. Even RT is showing the signs that it's still above 1 but falling. Just keep that in mind. Next stock, Palo Alto, a little bit more volatile of a play. I like the play up now. RT just went above 1, but look at that back and forth. Looking at the stock back and forth, RT above 1, below 1, above 1, below 1. Currently above 1, I'd like to see it take out that swing high. I like over the last 2 days that it is running higher. Volume is okay-ish, but I do like price action. Let's go see if it's got more legs. Service Now, I had a level of resistance. It broke through. I like that. It's trading off, not far off of the most recent 1-year high. You know something, if you own it, I'm going to give you a hard stop price of about $898.22. $898.22. That's the value of the gap right here. I'd say just keep it. I do like, no, bottom left, top right, keep it. Just watch that value again of $898.22. If it falls below that, you got some room. If it falls below that, you probably should take it off the table. TSM, again, my drawing stayed up here because I've been looking at it. All right, I've been looking at it. Man, what's all of this? There we go. I've been looking at it. Broke to the upside of the wedge. Love that. Boom. RT went above 1 here. All right, for a short amount of time. It fell, but rode that as a trend line. RT went back above 1, And even though it pulled back, RT stayed above 1. RT stayed above 1, and you're still reaping the rewards. RT is a smart indicator, folks. CVLT, love that stock. Got a level of resistance that it just recently broke through yesterday, followed through today. Ooh, RT is at 1.3. The stock's not a sell. That's a beautiful looking equity curve. Bottom left, top right. Broke through that level of resistance on good volume. Hey, now, you're an all-star. You know, I'm doing a wedding in a couple of weeks, and they want the wedding party to come in on a song. Guess what song they pick? Seven Nation Army. So when they come in and get introduced, it's going to be doom, 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 doom. I think that's going to be an awesome wedding party song to come into, and they just come in there, boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna pump up the bass on that and blow everybody out of the place. But I digress. CMI Cummings, new 1-year high, RT above 1. Look at when RT went above 1. Look at when RT went above 1 right here. And since then, it never went below 1. A smart indicator, folks. A smart indicator. Even though the stock's price fell back, it didn't break through the stop price. But look at RT, never went below 1, and you're holding out on it. Again, the VectorVest indicators, where you can't find any place else, can prove as an invaluable tool to help you make money. Do you have any videos on YouTube, DJ? Not on YouTube. I got a Facebook channel. I got a DJ Facebook channel. I'm not giving it out here, though. That's not what I want to do, not here. All right, Palantir, I own it. I'm up about 55% on the stock. Now, remember, I said if you looked at this from a VectorVest perspective, you know, I want to move this over. If you looked at it from a VectorVest perspective, looking at Palantir, you wouldn't be in it. Remember, it is safe, way overvalued, but it is rising in price. It is safe, way overvalued, right? Maybe, but it's got earnings growth of 26. But I do tell you that this is more of an aggressive play. The upside potential, as compared to outpacing the market, is not there. But I've done my homework on it, and I've talked to you why I like the stock. Every time I put a level of resistance, it keeps breaking through it over and over and over. I got a price target on Palantir, about $50. What's it at right now? 42. How about that, 42? Glenn, when you introduce the bride and the groom, will you talk to them about love and how much you love Apple and not in love with Apple, but now love? Hell no, John. No. Got nothing to do with the stock market when I'm doing a wedding. Sigh. I'm not like, yeah. So, folks, before you get married, understand that all of our market timing calls are in an upward trend right now. But you got to understand that I'm not doing that at a wedding. They look at me and they be like, I want my money back. Then I got to fight them. All right, CTAS, look at that. Bottom left, top right. That's the epitome of what you're looking for when you look at a VectorVest graph. That stock has not had a sell recommendation for the whole year. RT, for the most part, has been above 1. That fast, smart indicator would have kept you in. You would have gotten out once. Right here. When RT went below 1, but it went right back above 1. One time throughout the whole year, you would have been out of it. How cool is that? Glenn talking stocks at wedding would be great. VV Short will get 85 million views. Joey, maybe I should do... No, I'm not doing that. CTAS, beautiful play. Beautiful play. SHIP, I own SHIP. But I probably should take some of that profit off the table. Look at that. 3 solid days of just going down, down, down. RT is still above 1. It's still above the stop price. But, man, that's 3 solid days down. A little bit of a shooting star possibly with some follow-through. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I should have. You should give them a stock recommendation as a wedding gift. I like that idea. I do like that idea. All right, next one. Microsoft, bottom left, top right for a while, took a hard hit. How about RT could have gotten you out? Look at that. RT would have gotten you out here at 443 instead of riding it all the way down to where it would, riding it down to, what was this, 395. RT is such a, I can't express enough just how smart the RT indicator is, folks. RT, somebody says, please explain RT. You know something? I want to show you something. Let me move this over. I'm going to go, what stock am I on? I am on Microsoft. Where is that at? Microsoft. Do you know that you can right-click Arun on any stock and go get a full stock analysis report? I tell all my brand new people to do that. Scroll down. And again, when you go to www.vectorvest.com/YTFSA, you get this report. So what is RT? Great question. RT analyzes the stock's price trend. Microsoft has a relative timing of 0.89, which is fair on a scale between 0 and 2. RT is computed from analysis of the direction, magnitude, and dynamics of a stock's price movement day over day, week over week, quarter over quarter, year over year, with the most emphasis on quarter over quarter, because what happens every quarter? Earnings. RT, if a trend dissipates, RT will gravitate towards 1. Arun, did that help you? And you can do that on any stock. Again, if you want to get all of our indicators on a report, you can go to www.vectorvest.com/YTFSA. How about that, Arun? All right, next stock. I got to get through these. CrowdStrike, loved it. Bottom left, top right, far, hard fall. Good opportunity to get out is when RT went below 1. How about that? That would have happened at 343.05 instead of riding it all the way down to 222. That's a big drop. RT, folks, 2 things to get out of a stock. Not only did RT go below 1, but the stock's price fell below the stop price and got a sell recommendation on both occasions. If you're not using VectorVest as a means to help you to get out of a stock, you should be. All right. Here's an upward trend line on CrowdStrike. I like that. RT went above 1. If I'm more aggressive, I pull the trigger on that. If I'm more aggressive, I pull the trigger on it. A little bit more aggressive, a little bit more volatile in the play. APD. Bottom left here, top right here, new 1-year high. Look at this, fell hard. Was that earnings? No, I don't know what changed between this hard fall and this hard up, but new high, buy recommendation. I got an upward trend. I got RT above 1. I can't say I don't like it. Next one, ALB, Albemarle. Freehand line. Let's go draw a trend line. I'm actually going to take that out. Draw a trend line right here. It's in an uptrend. RT is above 1. It did go back and forth here. RT is above 1. Volume could be better, but it is rising. It is rising. I love, if you ever have any questions, look at RT. Tesla. Oof. I'm bearish on Tesla right now. I am playing TSLQ. Look at that. It's below the trend line. I got 2 trend lines here. It's below the trend line. I'm not feeling, and RT may be above 1, but I'm looking at it's still above the stop price, so it's still a hold. Volume is still pretty good. I just am looking at a trend line right here. I got a level of support. I'm looking at the trend line. I'm not feeling it. Not right now. I still like Tesla long term, just not right now. TMF, the 20-year bonds, 20 years, treasuries, falling. Again, I'm trading the chart, not my heart. I'm trading the chart, not my heart. All right, next couple, net, moving sideways. All right, I can draw a trend. I can draw a horizontal line here, horizontal line. It's actually, let's even make it here. Look at that, I'm in a channel. I like the upward day today. Last 2 days, I like it. You know what I'm looking for confirmation? Let's break through this level of 85.99. We're in a channel. We're in a channel for a couple of months here. We're in a channel for a couple of months. If I'm a little bit more aggressive, I can play the bounces off support all the way up to resistance. I can short it from a resistance to support. This is more of a trader's play if you're doing it that way. Long-term play, I'm not feeling it because it's in a channel. All right, next stock. Oof. Polar. I like this stock in my Hurricane watch portfolio, but right now, I'm not feeling it. Oof, that's ugly. That's UGLY. You ain't got no alibi. And for the year, the stock has been between a sell and a hold. For the year, the stock has been between a sell and a hold. I got nothing that makes me feel super warm and fuzzy. I did like it a while ago when I built my Hurricane Hurricane portfolio, but it hasn't come to fruition. All right, next stock. Oof. AI starting to move. All right, a little bit more volatile in the move. If I don't like this volatility, I'm not trading this stock. I'm a little bit more aggressive though. Let's go look at that. It's in an uptrend. All right, I like the uptrend. I like the up day today, and it broke through a swing high here. That's a positive sign. RT is above 1. Smart indicator. I can't impress upon you enough how smart this indicator is. All right. S&P 500 and Dow in record territory. Market's still moving. The market's still moving. And the last stock in the list is Snap. That stock is just, it snapped here. You know, it snapped up, snapped down, and 2 snaps down. And 2 snaps down. This stock is all over the place. Unless you're trading it, I'd stay away from it. Unless you're trading it, I'm staying away from it. All right? And that's it. Joey, put me on the last screen. I'm right at 12:30, Joey. Look at that. We got through 2. Of course, you're not there. Let's go. Which one is it? I can't find it. I need him. It's that one. All right. Right at 12:30. Folks, we went through 2 tranches of your stocks. Thank you guys for letting the new people put in. Aviad, I know this is a power hour. I'm right at the hour. But I took a lot of stocks from the new people. I took a lot of stocks from the... We went through almost 50 stocks today. And we still were able to talk about what VectorVest was all about. Still look at your stocks because we can look at them now and understand what's going on. The power of the indicators. If you want stock analysis on Lunar, go to www.vectorvest.com/YTFSA. You can get a stock analysis along with a couple of graphs, Alviad, on Lunar. All right. With that being said, thank you guys for supporting the Power Hours because I just need you guys to share this stuff. Share this video once it's put out there. Let people know that when we do a Power Hour, we give them an opportunity to put VectorVest to the test. Let us analyze your stocks for us. All right. So with that, adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. I'm praying for everybody on the west coast of Florida. This hurricane looks like it is going to be devastating. Hopefully, if you had an opportunity to evacuate, please, I'm glad you did, but if you haven't, and you're going to stay and wait it out, I'm praying for you. I definitely am. All right? Odabo, bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until the next time, folks. See ya.